Welcome to Other Worlds Oracles, a show where we build fictional worlds through designing fortune-telling cards. I'm Autumn, and I seek opportunity from the cards. On today's show, we've invited the wonderful Emily. Emily, what do you seek from the cards?
Future.
Future, you say? That is good for a fortune-telling card to offer.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Emily, what's your experience with world building and storytelling?
I've loved books ever since I was little. It inspired me to seek out writing and just creating my own worlds. Yeah, lots of reading and creating my own worlds and writing.
Yeah, definitely. What format have those stories ended up taking? Are they like short stories or longer things or
I have a few short stories. Some of my short stories, I want them short and then they turn into longer things.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I have a few things, and most of them are unfinished, but I have a few short stories. I feel like short stories are always the harder, just because your world has to be told in such a few words.
You have to be pretty efficient with the
Yeah,
themes and the plot as well.
yeah, which I don't know, I like that challenge of answering all those questions with a short amount of words. It's just hard.
Yeah, but worth doing. And I'm glad that I've gotten to see some of your creativity in the game we play together too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that it's a different form of storytelling, but it's just as fun as making your own worlds and like writing them down and stuff.
Yeah, it's fun to be able to tell a story in a group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you never think of and you're like, "Why didn't I think of that when someone brings it up?"
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I have another question for you too. Have you ever had your fortune read?
I have a couple times, mostly by friends. I never actually gone to a like fortune teller or anything. It's just by friends.
How'd that go?
Um, they destroyed me. Cards just absolutely every single time.
Yeah, they are honest, if nothing else.
Yeah.
It's especially fun when somebody like doesn't really buy into it, and you're like, you just read their entire soul to them, and they go, "What are you? What? How?"
Yeah, I mean, I'm very much a see something to believe it. Like, yeah, I do believe there are magic and things like that, but it's hard for me to fully believe it. And so, like, the cards, I'm always like, is this real? And then they're brutally honest, and I'm like, okay, I guess it is.
Well, you're free to say no, but would you like to have your fortune read here
Sure.
by one of the oracle cards we've created?
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's see what today brings.
Well, maybe the future.
Yeah, hopefully.
So, pick a number, one or two.
Oh, two.
Two. You are going to get the card that Rain made, which is called The Ruins Anew. So, in a welcoming forest meadow ecosystem, the ruins of a factory that once made weapons of mass destruction has been reclaimed by moss and vines in the era of peacetime after global cataclysm and war. On a fault line of the crumbled wall hangs a torn symbol of the nation that built it, an upside-down waxing crescent moon with a line through it. A mushroom creature hides behind a tree, symbolizing the result of positive intention and collective belief in something new. So, the main themes of this card, as you can probably guess, are things like strength to start over, and intention, and reflecting on what serves you and what doesn't serve you. So,
Mm-hmm.
the meaning that we wrote was it's okay to start something new. New beginnings are coming, and that's a good thing. Although it may be difficult or require hard work, peace will come from new beginnings. We will find the courage to keep going by connecting with others and allowing each other's positive intentions to compound on each other.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So, I don't know if you have any sort of things kind of coming up for you, but trying to embrace new beginnings will be important, maybe, and being able to find the peace in that change, even though it can be scary at times.
Yeah, change is definitely scary.
Yeah, yeah, but I was talking with someone about this the other day that we like to think about ourselves as like a static thing, and that we are kind of biased towards creation because we were created by something.
Mm-hmm.
And so like the idea of change like brings with it the possibility of destruction or like possibly transformation in a way that we don't always like, because what if that's a bad thing? But we have to remember we're also the result of all sorts of change and deconstruction and all the sorts of things that led to us. So it's really interesting to kind of reframe change as like this transformative creative process, which always includes construction and deconstruction.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. So, maybe some of that to look out for from this reading. So, are you ready to make a card of your own?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, awesome. So, the way this is going to work is that we're going to design a card similar to the ones in a tarot or oracle deck with three main characteristics: a setting, a main character called the arcana, and some kind of artifact called the symbol.
Okay.
We will draw cards with prompts and assign them to each characteristic, giving us a direction to start in. From there, we will build on each concept until we have fleshed out a story combining all three elements. We will then determine what the card will look like and what its meanings could be. I have our deck of cards here,
All right.
and I'm just going to draw a couple of them, and let's see what we get. The first one we have, this will be good. Music.
Okay. Nice.
Where do we want to assign the music to? The setting, the main character or arcana, or the symbol?
Let's do symbol.
Okay, music is the symbol. Next card. Oh, interesting. War.
Okay. Okay.
Setting or arcana?
Let's no. Yeah, arcana.
Arcana, okay.
Uh-huh.
And then the last one here is sparks.
Okay. Nice.
So that will be our setting. So we have a setting of sparks, an arcana of war, and a symbol of music.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Well, which do we want to get started with? Do we want to do the setting or the arcana or even the symbol first?
Let's start with the setting.
Okay, the setting.
Yeah.
So the setting includes something to do with sparks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I thinking kind of like the sparks from like fireworks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like this, like a lake or something, just, and you see these like little sparks, kind of like fireflies on like a lake, but it's these little like fireworks sparks.
So it's like sparks in the sky and reflected in the lake, or
I just like the lake is these little sparks.
the lake is made of sparks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I see. I see. What color are those sparks?
Let's just have them be like a rainbow of colors.
Okay. Happy Pride, everyone. And let's see here. So if you have this kind of lake of sparks, what is there anything else behind it or in front of it?
I'm just imagining kind of this like flat area, just like a plain, and walk like you don't see anything, and then you walk up to this, and you're just like, oh, okay, there's a lake here with sparks in it. I've never seen this before, and it's not in the same place. Like it moves around, so like you're never gonna know if you're walking on it or like you know what I mean.
Just a migrating.
A migrating, yeah.
So is it just sparks or is there water too?
There's water.
Okay. So it's like a pool of water with sparks coming out of it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay,
Kind of
gotcha.
like they look like they're dancing on the surface, but you can't tell if they're underneath it either.
Okay. Okay.
Like you can't tell if it's the reflection in deep in the water from them or if they're both on top and underneath.
Oh, okay. So there's really this kind of, it's ambiguous, like from just looking at it, you're not really sure what this thing is made of.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Is there any history to this landmark? Did something create it? Did it just appear?
I think there's a lot of theories of what created it, because people find it at different times.
Hmm.
So some people think it was just someone's imagination, but other people think it comes from like dreams. Everybody like collective dreams.
Huh.
That yeah, there are lots of different theories on where this came from, but nobody really knows.
Gotcha. Okay. So this kind of rainbow sparks coming out of this sort of lake that moves around and nobody knows where it came from or why it's there.
Yep, yep.
Wild. I like that. Okay. So then we come up to maybe the Arcana, like the main character of the card,
Mhm.
which represents war.
Yeah. So I think maybe like it's a story, it's a myth. Some people think it's real, some people have actually found it, and there's like the I think there's just a war going on in the world, and every once in a while, like someone will just, you know, stumble upon it, like soldiers will stumble upon it, and it'll be a nice respite from the war.
Yeah.
They'll find energy in reflection and then go back to the war.
Yeah. Yeah. Is the soldier from any particular time period? Far future, medieval, current?
I feel like it's something more of like far future, but it feels current,
Hmm.
kind of like it's a civilization down the road, but they're learning things again.
Hmm. Is it humanoid, this soldier?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're humanoid.
Pretty human in general, or something a little bit different?
Something a little different. I mean, I think they're still regular humans, but I think there's also differences.
Yeah.
It's you know, genetics came a long way, and then something happened, and it's just normal for them now. It's not like it's a new thing because they've been around for a long time. They've probably forgotten they were genetic experiments or something.
Oh, okay. I like that. Is this like a genetically bred, like maybe descendant of like a super soldier or something? Or.
I mean, I was thinking more like it's so far in the future past when like the apocalypse happened
Mm-hmm.
that like they're just normal people now. Like
Mm.
they're regular humans and stuff, but they're mixed with like possibly could have been super soldiers or something, but it's normalized now.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't necessarily consider themselves a super soldier.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The soldier is a long descendant of some sort of genetic change that was
Yeah.
intentional, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, at one point it was intentional.
Okay. Gotcha.
But then collapse of society and then, you know, I'm kind of thinking like Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, okay.
But not the machine overlord type situation, but just they had that collapse and then there's still old stuff in the world, but they don't really necessarily know where it's from or what
Right.
it was used for. Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes people think that the sparks are like something from that was from the past.
That's a really interesting thing to like consider, like the history of another like people who inhabit the same world as you. Like I imagine so many of the things that we would attribute to like aliens or like some sort of unexplained phenomena, people would be like, "Oh, is that just like a back then thing?"
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. Is that did they why did they do this?
Yeah. So you have the soldier. What is the soldier wearing? Or what do they look like?
I mean, I kind of think it's just nondescriptness because war just kind of beats you down until you all look the same.
Hmm.
Because it doesn't really matter what side you're on. It's
Hmm.
still war.
Yeah.
So just kind of torn, slightly torn, dirty clothes. Just I mean, guess just fatigues.
Hmm. So you have the soldier in like fatigues. Are they like resting their weapons down on the ground or something?
I mean, they're probably holstered on them.
Gotcha.
Might have one out just in case.
Gotcha. And they're just looking at the sparks, or are they like sitting down, standing up?
I imagine they like stumble upon it and they'd probably look at it and then I mean it is water, so they might go for a bath. You never know.
Hmm.
They might be apprehensive at first because it could hurt.
Is the card showing them putting like a toe in the water or something like that?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to picture this image, and I really like that kind of. There's a lot of symbolism there for sure.
yeah.
So, okay, so we have this soldier who's part of this war, and is there any? Does the soldier have a name or a title?
My brain wants to say envoy
Envoy.
or envoy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like a messenger.
How would we represent that visually? Do they have like a message tucked on them somewhere?
Probably, but not in the way we think of like paper or something like that.
Okay.
Thinking like binary type of message.
Hmm.
So, not something we would understand as a message or like how to access it.
Yeah, what would that look like? Like just like some sort of tube on the back of them or
I think it's just written into their like they can write it into their DNA.
that feels very like this is how you lose the time war.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't even thinking of that, but yeah.
Yeah. So you have this character is holding on to a message somewhere within them, and they seem to have like a nondescript kind of appearance to them and kind of torn, dirty fatigues, and they're dipping their toe in water. Is that right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, do we know what the war is about, or is it just ambiguous?
Just ambiguous.
Just the ongoing war that we don't always even know why.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure the people in power say what it's about, but
Mm-hmm.
who really knows at this point?
Yeah. Yeah. So we have the background or the setting, the arcana, and then we have this musical symbol.
hmm So I think when they dip their toe in the water, like they think they're gonna get zapped or something like that, but it's not so much as like a sensation, like feeling. It's more the music, and it's different for everybody. I think it depends on the person. They'll start hearing that, but also feeling it,
Hmm.
like kind of like synaesthesia.
Okay. So it's not like the bone conduction like headphones or whatever. It's more like a
Yeah,
feeling.
yeah. It's kind of It's a feeling. I mean, they think they're hearing it too, but it's like this feeling.
It feels like what music sounds like.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. How are we going to depict that visually is a really good question.
yeah, yeah.
I
Um,
wonder if it's just like I'm thinking like a light opacity, like musical staff with like notes
Yeah,
superimposed on them or
yeah.
something. I don't know.
Maybe the different, like, because it's a rainbow of sparks,
Hmm.
so maybe different colors, they represent different musical notes.
Mm. Okay. Okay. I like that. So like some of the sparks kind of have like a faint like note head and like the tail of like an eighth note or
Yeah.
like flags to it.
Yeah, and different colors are different notes. So I guess if, you know, you have a whole bunch of red sparks around you, you're going to hear a certain sound
Yeah.
or feel a certain sound.
It gets really interesting when you start mixing senses.
Yeah. Which I think
Yeah.
it feeds into the, like, people don't understand this and they can't really describe it when they leave it, and you know, you can't just say I found it over here, that's where you can find it, because you're gonna go over there and it's not gonna be there anymore. So
That has to be such a messed up thing to like have this weird transcendental experience and then walk back and you're like, okay, listen, so I was out in, is this in the desert or in the forest or,
I think it really changes,
oh, it could be,
so
it
it
could be
just
anywhere.
depends. It could be anywhere. Yeah.
They're like, okay,
Yeah.
I was out in the woods and then I saw this lake, but it was on sparks and they were all different colors and the different colors felt like different sounds.
Yeah.
And they're just like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it makes it really hard to describe, but like it changes them somehow.
Hmm. I wonder how it changes the soldier.
I think it depends on the soldier.
Hmm. What do you think it does for the soldier?
I think it gives it a moment of peace,
Hmm.
maybe clarity.
Yeah. Some sort of new perspective.
Yeah.
When we're thinking about the like meaning of this card, what are some of the possible like themes of this card? Things like could be the change that you mentioned or peace or
Yeah, like peace. I kind of like a phoenix.
how so?
I mean, let's see. So I feel like they go in one way, but they come out another way.
Oh.
Kind of like not necessarily rebirth, but a renewal.
Mhm. Okay. And if you were to like get this card, how would you interpret it? I can help too if that's at all
Yeah,
useful.
go for it.
Maybe it's something like you're in the middle of something, but you you're about to have an experience that will change your perspective on things and provide some tranquility for the moment in the midst of everything going on.
It kind of makes me think of eureka moments.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so like, or kind of like you're been writing this over and over and over again. You need to take some time away, step back from it to see something from a different perspective. So kind of like a breath,
Mm, I like that.
like a pause.
Like you need to take some distance and really
Yeah.
reflect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I like that.
Gives you this moment of reflection.
Yeah. So a moment of reflection here. Is it too cheesy to have a reflection of the soldier in the lake?
No, I mean, I don't think it'd be typical like water reflection. It'd probably be something like the sparks.
So like the sparks take the shape of the outline of
Yeah.
the soldier. That's
Yeah.
that's a cool idea. I like that.
Yeah. And if you're like it when you're touching the water, that reflection in is also indicated in the music,
Uh-huh.
like that feeling.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know how you replicate reflection in feeling or music, but I'm sure it's possible.
Our poor illustrator. Well, poor me because I'm gonna have to figure out how to do the concept art to give to the illustrator. Uh, so I'm picturing like the reflection or like shadow almost is like this multicolored sparks
Mm-hmm.
outline and
Mm-hmm.
infill, and then like what would it be, like that's like in stark contrast to like this kind of dirty gray green fatigue outfit,
Mm-hmm.
but like superimposed over that is like the musical staff again, or like, and then maybe there's music on the sparks outside the soldier.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I guess if you have your toe in there and the sparks are leaping off, it could be like musical notes
Yeah.
kind of around the toe.
Yeah. Okay. I have no idea how to draw that. We'll figure that out later. I love that though. What is the name of this card? All the ones
Oh.
previously have had the word the at the front and then just kind of whatever we call it, but that's really the only limitation.
Yeah. I don't, is it too cheesy just to call it the spark?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Is it the spark or the sparks?
The sparks, probably.
Okay.
Plural, yeah.
I think that would work. Why the sparks as the main focus?
I think because that's the thing. Like, that's the easiest identifiable thing that people can tell people when they're leaving. Because it's really hard to describe everything else.
Yeah.
Like the musical, like the feeling and everything like that. But it's not really that hard to describe sparks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you can call it a lake, but
Mm-hmm.
I suppose the lake of sparks, but I feel like just cutting out the lake and just the sparks.
Yeah. Do you think there's room in there for a reflection at all to kind of cover the theme that you had mentioned?
You could just do the sparks of reflection.
Ooh. Or what about like the sparks reflection, like possessive?
Oh, I kind of like that.
That is a cool idea. I don't know. How does that feel to you? I don't want to take over on the name.
No, I kind of like that.
The sparks reflection.
Yeah.
I like it too. I think it's pretty descriptive and it like really calls your attention to both the themes and the like actual imagery of the card.
It kind of turns the soldier back in on itself too, because you're like, well, the soldier is the reflection, not the
Oh.
sparks themselves.
Oh.
If you think about it that way.
So it's like the sparks are the main feature of the card and reflected from the sparks is the soldier.
I mean, if you think about it, yeah, if you think about it, the sparks reflection. Yeah.
That's very cool. I like that a lot. Okay, so we have a card now. We have a. Let me see if I can wrap it all up in one big image here in my head. So we have a lake in. You had mentioned like a flat, like kind of grassy area. Is that right?
Grassy, but I think it could be any flat area.
Uh huh.
Just kind of, I think, kind of thinking of like when you're in the desert,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see the like fake oasis kind of things.
Yeah, the
So,
mirage.
kind of just that. Because I feel like war is probably the same as being stuck in a desert, dehydrated, and
Mm.
stuff like that. Similar to that, where you're just kind of walking and you just keep seeing the same relief over and over again. Like you keep seeing the pool of water over and over again. So you're never going to know when you're going to walk into it kind of situation.
Mm-hmm. And then there's the soldier in their uniform dipping a toe into this lake with sparks coming out of it, and the
Mm-hmm.
sparks form this reflective. Well, now I don't know if I can call it a reflection because maybe the soldier's the reflection, but
Yeah.
this like projection of the soldier's silhouette onto the lake
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
sparks, and like coming out of like where they touch is like notes of music.
Uh-huh.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else I'm missing?
I don't think so.
Okay. And then at the bottom is kind of this title of the Sparks reflection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like that a lot, Emily.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I have one other question for you, though.
Okay.
Can you help me pick 3 new cards to add to the prompt deck?
Sure. Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Oh. Now that you've asked me that, my brain has gone
It
blank.
goes blank. I understand.
You put it on the spot, and it's like, oh.
I mean, I put you on the spot for a solid half hour now, and you've been doing great. So I think you're doing well.
I feel like I do better with describing images versus coming up with words.
Anything that evokes a feeling or a vibe.
Yeah. Exhaustive?
Exhaustive.
Exhausting?
Which one?
Let's go exhaustive. But let's also go with something uplifting. Crescendo.
Crescendo. I like it.
And I don't want to say picante.
I like it. I like it. Very cool. I like those 3. Well, thanks so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah. And that brings us to the end of our show. A huge thanks to our wonderful guests. You can find us at our usual places on your favorite podcatcher or at otherworldsoracles.podbean.com. Thanks for joining us, and remember that magic is creation, and creation is magic. Take care.